Bob put up some big numbers this morning. They look convincing. But here's the problem with big numbers without definitions. They create headlines. Definitions create truth. Now, I want to slow this down because what he did was he showed 532,024 motor carriers in 2014. Read it carefully. It says interstate motor carriers and intrastate hazardous material motor carriers with recent activity. That's two categories combined. That does not mean 532,000 active long-haul freight companies competing nationally. That number includes private carriers, small one-truck operators, specialty carriers, interstate hazmat carriers. It's a registry count. Registration is not the same as active over-the-road freight capacity. And then we hear 2 million drivers in 2019, 3.5 million in 2022. What this is occupational data. That includes local drivers, construction, dump trucks, bus drivers, fuel haulers, private fleets. Total CDL holders do not equal long-haul freight capacity. Definitions matter. Now, the 2016 English memo, it did not remove the English requirement from federal law. It adjusted enforcement guidance. The regulation stayed on the books. Words matter. Now, here's what nobody's denying, okay? No one's saying this didn't happen. There was a surge. During COVID, this is what was happening. You had $4 and $5 a mile freight. You had Paycheck Protection Program money, the Triple P. Then you had economic injury disaster loan money, the EIDL. And then you had cheap truck financing. You had easy operating authority approvals. That's not one variable. That's a liquidity flood. You see, when that kind of money hits a market, entry explodes. Domestic drivers jumped in, immigrant drivers jumped in, company drivers bought trucks, small fleets expanded, the capacity surged. When demand normalized, but capacity stayed high, the rates collapsed. That's supply and demand. That's what it is. If we're going to explain this honestly, we have to separate some things. Registered authorities from active freight haulers, total CDL holders from over-the-road capacity, and then long-term immigration trends from short-term COVID acceleration, because the foreigners were already here back in 2000. Otherwise, we're telling only half the story. And look, Bob's making his case. That's fine. He might pretend we don't understand. But if we're going to debate this, let's debate the full context, not just the headline numbers. We're not here for creator drama. We're here to break down the math. I care about this industry. That's why I'm not going to throw around numbers around without context. We're not here to win arguments. And Sunday, we're going to break down the top 10 comments, and we will see you then.